think everything should be. There we go. Oh, I just got a Discord notification too. I think it's just because I just started a stream. Dang it. No, it's not. Oh, I'm getting messages from other people. Cool. All right. I think everything is hopefully working correctly. It looks like streams are all going fine. It looks like everything's working fine. Cool. Let's see. Yep. YouTube seems to be working fine. Twitch seems to be working fine. Excellent. Excellent. Let me go and minimize that. All right. I'm excited. I've not done a stream in a little while, I think. Well, I guess I shouldn't say it's been what, maybe like a month or so. I'm going to try and start doing a few more streams, both on YouTube and Twitch. Actually, I'm planning on doing one this Friday, so yeah, that'll be that'll be interesting. I have an interesting stream planned for this Friday. I'm going to be attempting to build a VR game in 8 hours. I've never tried anything like that, so it's gonna be really interesting. Anyways, that's not what today's stream is about. Today is the Pimax Frontier 2022. It's actually going off in 25 minutes. I already have the stream pulled up. I think there were some issues last time with the Meta. What was it? Meta Connect. That's what it was called. With the Meta Connect stream. So I'm hoping there will be no issues at all today. So cool. I don't know if anybody's actually in the stream yet or not. Let me check. Oh. There we go. Stream elements stuff and Twitch all notifying me all at once. Cool. Let me do a quick check here. Perfect. All right, but I'm excited. I don't know exactly what's going to be announced here at Pimax Frontier. I've seen a little bit of information here and there. I'm not entirely sure what they're announcing. From what I've seen around, a lot of people don't seem to know exactly what they're announcing. So this is going to be interesting. Let me actually real quick. Just going off of like the logo, like the main thumbnail here, it looks like some kind of controller or something. It strikes me as a little bit weird because there's like a little. I've never used a Pimax headset, so I don't know if maybe this is just how all their controllers are or something like that. But I'm noticing like a little triangle pattern. Whenever I see like those little shapes, I always think PlayStation. I don't know if that's just a me thing. But that's just kind of something that pops into my head whenever I see like those little shapes on a button. Is PlayStation. I don't think it's actually a PlayStation thing. But that would be very interesting if it's like some kind of weird PlayStation crossover thing. But I am not expecting it to be. I'm expecting probably going to be a new headset. That's what they did last year when what was it that they announced last year? I think it was some weird name. I think I was having trouble remembering. I think it was the 12, was it the Pimax 12Q or something like that? It was a really interesting looking headset though. If I'm honest, like I said, I've never used a Pimax headset, but their headsets have always looked really cool to me. So yeah, that is definitely going to be interesting. I'll be interested to see what they announce for this year, I suppose. Yeah, it doesn't look like a lot of people really know a whole lot about what specifically is being announced, other than it is a VR 3.0 device, which is interesting. What It just occurred to me. I don't know. What is VR 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0 then? I feel like that's something I'm just a little bit arrogant to, and I'm not entirely sure what that is. Oh, YouTube's yelling at me now. Uh, let me see. VR 1.0. Because wasn't it last year they did VR 2.0, didn't they? For By the way, if anybody's joining the stream, welcome. We still have about 20 minutes until the Pimax Frontier event. So yeah, I'm trying to see, because I haven't heard anything about like what they're going to be announcing, and I didn't know if that was just a me thing. You know, I was just a little bit maybe just not paying attention or something. I only remember last year that they announced the headset looked pretty cool, and it seemed like it would overall be a nice headset. I haven't tried it. I think, actually, now I'm thinking about it, that probably released sometime recently, didn't it? I think it was sometime in September, October. I think it said like holiday season was when it was going to announce of this year or something like that. Now that I think about it. Yeah. But yeah, I'll be interested to see. Let's see. There is a speculation to it as well. I'm a little disappointed too. I found out it's in what was it, San Jose as well. That would have been cool to go down and check it out in person. Maybe another year. Today we're just gonna be watching the live stream, so it'll be interesting. Yeah, still 20 minutes to go. I'm refreshing my page just periodically. I clicked the YouTube logo instead of the refresh button by accident. Pimax Frontier. I'm refreshing it periodic. Oh, that's not it. There it is. Nope. Wait, that's not it either. Where did it go? Pimax. Oh, this is last year's. Where did it? There it is. 2022. Dude, you look up Pimax Frontier on YouTube right now. There's like so many links. There's links to last year's Pimax Frontier. There's links to their little teaser event that they threw out. I think it was sometime yesterday or today, if I recall. Actually, let's have a quick look at that. Let's have a quick look because I'm curious to see. I looked at it briefly. I didn't notice anything that was like hinting specifically towards what they'd be announcing, but maybe I just did not see. So hold on. My volume is also way, way too loud. My volume needs to be turned down a lot. All right. I think that should be all good, right? I think that switched correctly. It did. Perfect. Cool. I just wanted to make sure that it would. But this is the little teaser. It's like a minute and a half long or something.
Every once in a while, there is a group of people. These are the people who bring light to the darkest places, who are pioneers that travel to unknown lands. These are the adventurers, willing to sail over the horizon, not knowing what dangers await on the other side. They gladly seek out new challenges and unseen vistas. We see people willing to defy what is accepted to create works of amazing beauty. We find people who are questioned at every turn, brave the darkness to find the light. They feel uncertainty, fear, and loneliness. This story is not just about these pioneers. It's about all of us. It's about the desire to push boundaries and turn our imagination into reality, to open up an unknown new frontier.
Earth looks so small. Space is one of those things that fascinates me, but yet at the same time, it's so scary to think about. Like if you're really thinking about it, it's really scary to just kind of think about. Yeah, I maybe there's like some kind of hidden message that I'm not seeing. I am not noticing anything like that's hinting towards what specifically they're announcing. Just that they're announcing something. We'll find out. um, yeah. In case I actually still don't know. Do we actually have anybody? We do. We have a couple of people in the stream. But yeah, this is what the thumbnail looks like too, by the way. It is kind of it's obviously it looks like a controller, right? I mean, there's no other way you can do it. The layout does kind of throw me off a little bit, just because it makes me think of more like a regular console controller than a VR controller. Most of the most VR controllers that I've seen usually seem to have like two buttons and a thumbstick at the very least, and any other buttons that they have are going to be like seem to usually be like menu buttons, and that's about it. I can't think of any other buttons that you would usually find on a VR controller. And honestly, I'd be curious if they had like four buttons in a way like in this kind of setup. I'd be a little curious just because for me personally, I feel like it would be a little difficult to reach four buttons quite like that unless it was placed in like just the perfect spot. Then maybe you could like roll your thumb around. But yeah, who knows? We'll find out. This was the weird triangle thing. I think this is just a me thing, but whenever I see like these kinds of shapes on a button, I always think of PlayStation. I don't think this is going to be like some kind of weird PlayStation spin-off or something like that, or collaboration or anything like that. It would be interesting to see though. Like maybe it's going to work on it's go work for PSVR on the PlayStation 5 or something like that. That would be real interesting. Unlikely, but that would be interesting. But yeah, no, they really have not given away a lot as to what exactly is going to be shown. Even on their website too. Their website is like very simple as well. All it says is to go where no one has gone before. Like there's not really a hint as to what is going to be announced. So we'll find out, I suppose. We will find out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like a new headset or something like that. Oh, here it is, the Reality 12K. I think this was the one that they announced last year, right? This Reality 12K. I think this was the one I was talking about earlier. Yeah. 12K QLED. That's what it was called. I was close. I think I had the 12 and I had the Q. It was just the rest of this assortment of letters that I was just all off on. So. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else on this page specifically. I'll be interested. We still got 13 minutes. I'm sure the stream will start a little bit early. And once that starts, I'll go ahead and open it up in full screen. We can actually see what's going on. I probably should not have done that. Oh, actually, that's just fine. I refreshed my page while I had a pop out of the YouTube chat. Luckily, the pop out stays there, so that is cool. I hope it's still working correctly. Just in case. Just because I'm a little bit paranoid about potentially not working. There we go. So yeah. Does anybody in the chat happen to have any thoughts about what we may be seeing? Maybe someone's heard some rumors that they would like to see at the Pimax Frontier. I would be interested to see what kinds of rumors we are other people are circulating that I have not heard. That was interesting. I did not realize been around this long. Pimax was founded in 2014. I'm trying to look around to see if I can find like any rumors as like to what specifically they're announcing, anything. I'm assuming it's probably going to be a headset, but I'm trying to see if like I can find any information on like maybe specs of the headset, if there's anything interesting or unique that we're going to see. Or maybe if there, given that the fact that the thumbnail kind of looks like a controller, I wonder if they may have something unique about the controller specifically. To unveil new industry-leading VR 3.0 products. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything other than the fact that it's supposed to be VR 3.0 products, which is a little vague because that can cover like a whole variety of different things. You know, it can cover the headset, the controllers. It could cover trackers, maybe like extra facial extensions, I suppose, or trackers. I don't know quite what you would call that. It really could just cover a wide variety of areas. Maybe they're announcing a whole slew of new hardware. That would be interesting. I think I used that word right, slew. I feel like I used that word wrong. Let's see. Got 9 minutes. We're getting real close here. Really close. There we go. All right. Well, I suppose there's nothing really to do except to wait to see what ends up being announced. Oh, by the way, since I got this stream going, this Friday I'm gonna be doing a little bit. I'm calling it a bit more of an experimental stream, just because I don't know how well this is going to go. But I'm going to be attempting to build a VR game in 8 hours. I'm going to. I found. I'm going to be using a generator to generate a random theme as well as a random genre for this VR game. And the only requirement that I'm going to give myself is that it has to be done within 8 hours. Don't know how well this is going to go just because I've never done anything quite like this. I've never tried to cram a whole game build in a time frame, especially one that close. So I'll be interested to see how it goes, and figure it'd be an interesting little experiment. See what I could potentially put up in 8 hours, and I'm going to be live streaming that this Friday. It will be very interesting, I'm sure. I'll probably be starting a little bit early for me here, but we'll see how well that goes. Actually, something just occurred to me. Just because I was still trying to sort out some issues regarding that stream on Friday, so I think it'll be fine. I hope so. Let me see. Oh man, awesome, dude. Let's see. Any tips? Um, Man, that's actually a good question. um, I guess the only thing that I could really, sorry, I'm trying to navigate a few different things. I mean, I don't know that I would have any like. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever had anybody just like ask me for like general tips. um, um, I guess the only thing that I would say is is this like your first VR game that you're trying to do? Is that why you're oh yeah, you actually say here your first VR world. Um yeah, I mean honestly, I the only thing that I can say is is I I'm not gonna lie, you caught me off guard a little bit. uh um I think the only tip that I have is just to do a lot of testing and what what platform are you targeting? Are you going for like the Quest, or are you going for PC or I'm not gonna lie, dude, you really caught me off guard with that question. I I don't think I've ever had anyone ask me for just like general beginner tips, and I'm really trying hard here to come up with something just general. Because to be honest, I feel like it kind of depends on the game, right? For me personally, I've worked on a few different projects, and I found that all of them, depending on the game, you kind of need to follow a slightly different set of rules. For me personally, the um the only thing that I could kind of think of generally that I try to think of across all games that I've worked on is trying to not take away control from the player. Um, Working with Quest 2, oh dude, Quest 2s are they're interesting to work with, and they're definitely a bit of a challenge. But that's really cool, dude. Um, Yeah, the only thing that I kind of keep in mind whenever I'm doing any sort of game is I try not to take any control away from the player, because I've seen this, um, or I try to take away as little control away from the player as possible. Because the one issue that I've seen consistently, um, across quite a few projects, especially when they start trying to cram a deadline in near the end, is they start like taking control of the way that the player's camera moves. Though they start removing things like motion controller support, which isn't a bad thing. I think there's a lot of there's a lot of like 360 videos that work great without motion controllers, but the reason I always keep in mind trying to take away as low control from the player is, for me, I always see VR as a very immersive experience. And when you start taking control away from the player, I feel like it ruins a lot of that. And not only that, but I doing things like that, um, especially taking away control from players very drastically, I found can cause a little bit of motion sickness. I've only experienced that in maybe a couple of projects, but the one thing that all those projects have had similarly is that they kind of take control away from the player. They kind of force you to move in a specific direction. But that being said, I feel like a lot of games, and especially just general worlds and 360 videos, are very different. And I don't think you can apply the same set of rules to every single one. I think it depends on what exactly it is that you're building. Um, but yeah, that sounds really cool. I definitely, If you want to actually shoot me like the name of your game or anything, I don't know if you have like a Steam page. I'd be happy to take a look at it. I think the Pimax Frontier event's going to happen here shortly, but I think it'd be really interesting to take a look at. I don't know if you do or not. Maybe you're still a little too early for that, but in case you do, I suppose. Let me make sure too my stream's still going. Yeah, it is. Okay. I was trying to make sure too my stream's not cutting out or anything as well. I've had that issue in the past. Just started learning this month. Oh, okay. So you haven't even gotten quite that far. That's okay though. That's cool. It's always very interesting seeing new games. So yeah, if you ever want to, yeah, I checked. I know I'm not as active on the Discord as I would like to be, but I'm always checking messages. So if people post things on there, I always check out like projects and things like that. I'll probably start showing off a few more of those on not VR Playground, Rift in Reality as well. So yeah, that we'll see how that starts going once I start coming around to that. So yeah. But no, that's really, really cool, dude. See, Miguel, that's really cool. I definitely hope I get to see your project someday. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over scenes. We're getting to the point where it should be starting anytime now. So we'll just go and wait for the Pimax Frontier event to go and get started. I don't know if I should be calling it that. Should I just be calling it Pimax event? Or maybe should I just be saying the event? The best games I've played. Half-Life Alyx is one of my personal favorites. They've actually done... Oh, they're getting started here. Oh, we still got a bit of time. Let me go ahead and turn down the volume a little bit. While they're getting started, I'll go and answer this question real quick. So a couple of games that I like to play. One of my personal favorites is Half-Life Alyx, and part of the reason for that is they simplify a lot of little issues that you often find in VR games. For example, inventory management can sometimes be a little bit of a pain, and that's something that they do very well. I haven't entirely figured out how to do something like what they did with the whole gun selection system. I've gotten close, but I haven't quite figured it out yet. Pavlov, I just kind of like playing just because there's a lot of different game modes and stuff that go on there, and I just kind of enjoy playing those in general. I'm trying to think if there's any others. Oh, this is the same event that they showed at the beginning. I'm trying to think if there's any others.
Bring light to the darkest places. Who are pioneers?
The only other one that I can kind of think of is I like playing VR chat for inspiration as well. And that's kind of the same reason as Pavlov. I don't like it as much as VR chat's not like my absolute favorite game or anything, but there's a lot of different game modes and stuff on there, and I like going in and seeing what other developers have done. Because you see a lot of different worlds on there, and for example, there's like worlds where you can go and you can fly around. You can see how another developer has put those in. There's worlds. I think there's actually like Beat Saber worlds even, and there's
fear and
hey, how's it going? But yeah, I would say those are kind of like my three kind of go-to games for just kind of general inspiration and just kind of little tips. Boneworks is kind of interesting too. They've pushed a lot of what I would kind of say boundaries in very interesting ways. I personally, I'm not as fond of Boneworks. It's a really interesting game. Don't get me wrong. It's just not my personal favorite. I am doing excellent.
I'm the Pimax USA.
Do I have closed captions on? No, I don't. They just have closed captions on. Let me turn up the volume a bit.
A lot this year, even making it onto the cover of Time magazine. So what is the metaverse that it manages to arouse so much interest?
Yeah, definitely.
So much attention. To illuminate the darkness that shrouds the metaverse, we need to place it within a larger cultural and historical context. Of course, as an open concept, the metaverse is constantly evolving every day, but it has a fundamental core.
Do I stream for UE Fest? I don't think I've ever.
Like a liberation of mankind from
I don't think I've ever been available for UE Fest before, but I'm definitely going to try and stream.
We see a culmination of efforts that transport mankind.
UE Fest is usually.
From the very beginning,
I think they already had theirs for this year, didn't they?
Has been accompanied by human evolution and the mastery of tools. It was with the rise of the personal computer that people worried about their life might be confined to a computer desk or a cubicle.
Or am I thinking of last year's? I might be thinking of last year's.
As communication technology has progressed, the worries about isolation.
I remember whatever the last one was. I wasn't able to. I wasn't.
How do we become so?
They do it for this month.
How do we interact with each other?
Oh, is it tomorrow? Oh, shoot.
Well, technology doesn't have to lead to social isolation. It can bring people together.
I will check on that. If they have it tomorrow, I will be streaming for it.
Technology is.
I might be thinking of last year's then. I think I might be a little bit behind.
Once upon a time, our physical body was everything, and our reality was limited to physical world around us. Now our lives involve travel over ceaselessly expanding time.
I'm actually wondering if I'm thinking of something completely different altogether. Because I think Epic usually does a couple different events throughout the year.
Mankind can't adapt overnight. What is the ultimate destination of mankind? Where are we going? We believe.
Oh no, it is coming up, but it's in I think this is next week. The 18th is when their sessions start.
Through thoughtful implementations of technology and our imagination, a virtual existence. To achieve this goal, Pimax has been constantly exploring the road ahead and has announced products that will define VR 3.0. VR technology is now mature enough to enable a natural, self-aware VR experience. Unfortunately,
I haven't even been seeing this yet.
who have never tried VR at all. There has been a long road between the emergence of.
Yeah, I think I might be thinking of something different. I think Epic does a couple different events throughout the year. I'll have to look into VR Fest.
And now,
I may end up streaming it. We'll see. I am planning on doing a stream this Friday. A little challenge I'm setting for myself. I'm going to try and build a VR game in 8 hours. And I'm going to be streaming that. I've never tried anything like this. I'm honestly not sure that's going to go very well. But I'm like, you know what? I want a challenge. I'm going to give it a shot. Yeah. We're going to see how well this goes. I've never done like a game jam or anything like that before, so I have no idea how well this is going to go for me. Let alone a game jam for VR. So
looking back on our
game jams are the only things I can think of that do anything like that. Oh, and my phone's falling forward.
Next generation reality series VR headsets. Creating new technology to provide an epic user experience for our customers.
Oh yeah, we'll see how well that goes.
Is there any way we can contribute to gamers in a way that isn't simply limited to VR games, but instead benefits the entire gaming
community? Oh, no worries.
Leveraging all of Pimax's.
Yeah, we all gotta travel. Where you traveling to?
The spirit of innovation has always been implemented in our products. In order to share the latest information on our latest product developments, let me introduce you to our founder, Robin Wang.
Hello, everyone. I'm Robin Wang.
Did I hear him correctly? Did they say they were going to be doing non-VR stuff?
Deep in my heart, I'm a gamer.
New York. Oh,
I'm
cool.
the first one.
I've never been to New York. I've heard it's pretty nice around this time of year, for the most part, at least.
In the late 90s, I started hanging out in online communities, discovering.
I hope you enjoy New York. Sure, it'll be really nice.
I feel like there was a virtual world, and I was.
Fall is the best time.
I feel that
we're still in fall, right? We haven't entered winter yet, right?
Like
I think winter's still in a couple weeks. Or am I completely wrong?
All that excitement and all of those possibilities surrounding VR bring back those same feelings. Video games
We are
one
still in
of the
fall. I
most
thought so.
powerful medias ever created. The merge of imagination and technology has created a fundamental evolution in human interaction. The question is, how do we bring more people into this evolution? The idea I'm about to share has been taking shape in my mind for nearly 3 years through the best VR technology we have. Well, today we are going to bring you 4 revolutionary
4.
products. The
I'm
first one
curious.
is a revolutionary handheld game device. The second is a VR3 portable handset for the mainstream. The third is a breakthrough portable PC game system. And lastly is an ultimate living room entertainment hub.
Interesting.
Of course, these are not
A lot of
4
people have been getting
separate
into the
devices.
handheld
This is
PC
one
gaming
device.
space, I've noticed.
Let me introduce the new Pimax Portal.
Pimax Portal.
Today, we are going to invent the portal to the metaverse. Now, allow me to bring in Joshua to tell you more about the Pimax Portal.
Thanks, Robin. We hope that this revolutionary product is the wake-up call that the industry needs. Portal wouldn't be possible without the products, technologies, and features our team has put out over the last 5 years in the VR industry. Every step we've taken has become an integral part of the Pimax Portal experience. We're not going to fix the entire industry with just one product. We want Portal to be the mark of the start of change. First, let's talk about our revolutionary handheld gaming device. We all love to play mobile games in our spare time, but the mobile gaming experience has been slow to improve over the years. There are 2 types of mobile games we play currently: mobile phone games and portable gaming consoles.
I kind of grew out of mobile
phones,
phone
whether
games.
traditional smartphones or purpose-designed gaming phones, both suffer from similar shortcomings. They are restricted by the mobile phone concept itself. The form factor and the interface are just not optimized for gaming.
Not wrong.
In order to maintain the lightweight and thin profile of a phone, they typically forego an active cooling system or use an inferior active solution. This leads to poor thermal performance. The use of a touchscreen in place of physical buttons means that there's no tactile feedback during gameplay. Gaming consoles also suffer from existing
Today will be
within their
the
own
Among Us
walled garden
VR.
ecosystems. This means that we
Ooh,
often
really?
see many years between hardware refresh cycles. The long
Hold on, give me
refresh
1
cycle
second
device
here.
means that their hardware performance is usually far
Among Us-
behind
I
most
don't think I've tried the Among Us
technology
VR
on the
yet.
market. Some suffer
came out,
from
right?
poor capabilities
Among
caused
Us
by
VR
low
on Steam.
specifications, which can have a terrible impact on the gaming experience.
Ye-
Games can
oh
be
no, it
quite
hasn't come out yet.
even limited to their own ecosystem.
November 10th. I thought it came out
Many
in
handhelds suffer
October.
from a
It's coming out
common
shortly
problem:
though. Tomorrow.
Underpowered GPUs. These areas of concern can be summed up as the visual experience, latency, breakthrough interactive design. Thankfully, we already have an amazing solution for these 3 aspects of mobile gaming due to our VR technology. We thought to ourselves, why not take
Oh, they
the
pushed
best
it
of our
to
VR
tomorrow.
technology
Interesting.
to improve these aspects of the experience. The Pimax Portal establishes
I think
breakthroughs
Among Us VR is really
in areas
interesting.
that
I feel
address
like it
these
didn't need a VR port, but I really like that they're doing one for it. Is that it? That looks an awful lot like a Switch. That's what was on the that's what the thumbnail was.
resolution. People often use the term retina display to refer to a screen with a pixel density of about 300 ppi, so that individual
The
pixels
thumbnail
are
was a
invisible
zoomed
to the
in.
eye.
It looked like the right controller, I
Recent portable
think,
devices are beginning to reach that standard.
or the right
Some consoles fall
stick
short
area.
due to their slow hardware refresh cycles. Mainstream gaming consoles have a pixel density of about 215 ppi, and the best phone displays can reach around 460. Such a standard is actually based on the distance between our eyes and the mobile device held in our hand. When we play mobile games, we are thoroughly absorbed into the display. This means that our eyes are significantly more sensitive to pixels during that time. When you're fully focused on the screen, the typical resolution could be a lot better, and to see the best visual details, higher pixel densities are needed. To give you the best display possible, we are introducing the display technology we've accumulated over the last few years in VR to the handheld market. Compared to the maximum 2K resolution currently available
I'm curious how
on mobile
expensive.
phones,
This sounds like it's
doubled
going to be
that
a very
resolution,
expensive gaming
bringing in
handheld.
4K on a handheld for the very first time. As the first handheld,
Which I guess shouldn't be
device with
surprising. The
4K
Pimax headsets
display,
all around
Portal
are pretty
offers
expensive.
4 times the resolution seen in modern handhelds. With a resolution this high, no matter how you hold the device, close or far away, you can be sure that you're receiving the best visual experience. Of course, a screen is more than just its resolution.
Oh yeah.
We had to choose a display that offered the best combination of color.
Yeah,
contrast,
that
and
right
resolution
controller.
on the screen.
I don't think I was quick
We
enough. That
asked
right controller is
ourselves
what the
how to
thumbnail was.
achieve the
That's what we
best
were
color
seeing there.
contrast and resolution on a mobile device. Introducing cutting-edge QLED and mini LED technology. We've brought the screen technology from our flagship VR product to the Portal. Portal is the first all-in-one mobile device to feature
Yeah, right there,
a QLED
see?
screen and a mini LED backlight.
That's why the
Best
triangle
display
look
you can
kind of
experience
like a
on
little
mobile
controller.
device, and here's why. The majority of mobile phone screens on the market offer refresh rates between 60 and 90 hertz. Currently, more than 85% of mobile devices on the market have a refresh rate of only 60 hertz, and devices with a refresh rate below 90 hertz exceed 90%
that
of
true?
the total market share.
Mount Pete.
As most gamers will tell you, the
I've heard
refresh
their
rate of
headsets are
display
pretty
is one of the
cool.
most important
I've never
aspects of
used
the
them, so
gaming
I can't
experience.
speak from personal
Portal
experience,
is the
but
first
I've
device
heard
to
that their
achieve a
headsets are
4K
really
resolution
good.
with a fast 144 hertz output. We at Pimax are always
Welcome,
striving to bring
Airborne.
you the best visual experience possible.
Yeah,
Most
we're
companies
checking out
market
the
their products using
Pimax
misleading
Frontier
test scores
event.
that refer specifically to the
So
short-term peak
they've
performance
announced
of their drivers.
Pimax Portal,
This
which
doesn't relate to
seems to be
real-world
like
performance seen by gamers.
some portal
In the
between
real
4
world
different
usage
objects.
scenarios, what really
So what they're
matters
talking
is
about right now
consistent
is just
graphical
a gaming
performance.
handheld, and then
We
it
have
sounds like next they're going to be
specifically
talking
designed
about a
Portal
VR
so that it
headset for
maintains high
Pimax
and
portals.
stable frame rates over long and intense gaming sessions. Compared to specifically designed gaming
Did I-
phones, Portal's graphic performance is increased by a factor of 2.3 compared to current common all-in-one technology. Another
I'm
feature
curious.
we've
Did they
integrated
say
into
what
Portal
exactly the
is a
portal
new
was?
active cooling
I
system
understood it was
which
supposed to be some
maximizes
kind of.
performance and eliminates
My understanding
concerns
with
about overheating
I
or
don't know.
fading
It,
phones. This system also allows us to push the limits of the GPU to the extreme.
I
so
don't
that it
think
can
it's connected to
overclock,
PCs, is it?
allowing for additional high-end performance whenever
This
you
is a
need
bit
it.
unexpected, to be honest.
We all know that in general, high resolutions and high frame rates are difficult to achieve simultaneously.
To me, this
Good
sounds
thing
like it's
Pimax
meant to be
never
standalone.
compromises. In order to achieve both measures of performance, we've brought VR exclusive asynchronous.
By the way, let me know if it's a little
projection
quiet. I don't know if
technology
the
to
stream's a
handheld
little
gaming
quiet for you guys or
consoles.
not.
The result, the best balance of image quality and refresh rate our hardware can deliver. The second breakthrough on Portal is its low input lag.
Okay, maybe you're right.
Input
Maybe it's
lag
not a
is
standalone
used
then.
to describe the latency between an input and either the game or the display reacting to that input. In addition to the refresh rate, we're already familiar with the most critical factor which affects input lag, MTP. MTP is a key measure of latency in VR.
I'm a little confused. They sounded like
engineering
it
teams
sounded like the
spend a lot
Pimax
of time
portal
and
was
effort
supposed to be
figuring
some
out
kind
how
of
to optimize
metaverse thing.
latency
Is this supposed to
by
be like a
reducing
streaming
MTP.
service from something they're hosting?
Throughout our line of VR HMDs, we effectively control MTP latency to remain lower than 20 milliseconds. The input lag of the average mobile device is around 100 milliseconds. The Pimax portal, on the other hand, delivers a total input lag below 25 milliseconds even at its native resolution of 4K at 144 hertz. Most of us have a difficult experience when playing mobile games on touchscreens. The third breakthrough we made with Portal was its interactive design. Mobile phones currently use external controllers to improve the gaming experience. Minigames are designed
true.
to detect an external controller and increase the delay time between inputs and reactions in order to keep the game fair.
Is that
The
true?
number of overall buttons on such a device is also limited. When you don't use an external
Hello,
controller on
Backtex.
the screen acts as both your display and the controller. All the buttons appear directly.
That's what it
within your
sounds like. It
display
sounds
area.
like it's a cloud gaming
Most of us have tried
service.
to play games this way, and it's far too easy to touch the wrong button. What's worse is that up to 30% of your screen space is being blocked by your own fingers.
Yeah.
In order to bring you the best handheld experience, we've
I mean,
designed
they haven't been
Portal
wrong about any of this so
32
far.
physical buttons. This is unheard of when it comes
Did they
to
say
handheld
32?
consoles. It means that you can achieve an amazing number of key combinations. In conjunction with the 8 mappable buttons present on the body, the Pimax Portal brings you the ultimate full-screen handheld experience. You might be asking, how do
Where
I
are
map
32
virtual
buttons?
keys like this? Well, we are cooperating with the top partners
Unless they're
in
counting
our
the
ecosystem
thumbstick.
to optimize key mapping, allowing users to freely choose from various key configurations and download them directly from our servers. Would we play a racing sim? The action can get pretty intense.
Wait.
What has the biggest impact on our gaming experience in a sim? It's obviously the feeling of putting the pedal to the metal. Portal uses analog triggers in order to allow you the throttle control necessary to optimize your in-game acceleration. For those unaware, that means the trigger buttons can be adjusted steplessly, providing the device with analog data. Digital triggers only have 2 states, pressed and released. So for games like racing games or flight sims, Portal's button feedback feels much more natural than handhelds which utilize digital triggers. We also added linear motors to both controllers to bring you fantastic in-game feedback. So far, we've introduced you to the many powerful features found in Portal. In order to do all of this, it was first necessary to choose a high-powered SoC to power Portal.
So
At the
this
heart
isn't
of
streaming
Portal
then.
is
It
the
is standalone.
GPU, an exclusive collaboration between Pimax and Qualcomm, designed to play the most demanding mobile games on battery power. We're really excited
Oh,
about
it's playing
working with
mobile
Qualcomm and their
game.
innovative XR2 platform to fuel the needs of change. We've utilized some of the world's best GPU technology in VR. We're also familiar with the revolutionary XR2 chip and what it's capable of. So we completely redesigned.
That's
our
what it
handheld
sounds like. Because I
console
also
with
saw it too
incredibly
when they were
powerful
showing
SoC.
games.
The
One of the
Snapdragon
games was Clash of
XR2
Clans.
integrates the Qualcomm
At least that's what it
AI
looked like to me.
which can accelerate
So it sounds
performance
like it's
for
meant to be
AI
just
use
a
cases
glorified
and
tablet.
follows the multi-core CPU, GPU, and vector processor within the Snapdragon mobile phone chip.
This
which
sounded very
supports
promising
Snapdragon 5G solutions.
up until that
This
point.
provides a powerful and energy-efficient experience with fast wireless connectivity, which is a perfect match for a revolutionary product like Portal. Current commercial standards cannot support advanced applications such as wireless docking, high-speed synchronization, or a wireless connection to displays. Latency introduced during data transfer tends to sour the experience. All portals come standard with Wi-Fi 6E, and there's also the option to upgrade to our 5G edition. For consumers who have an extreme demand for wireless streaming, we're excited to tell you that our WiGig module, that also works with our VR headsets, will be fully compatible with the portal. The WiGig module enables multi-gigabit
I'm a little confused
wireless
again.
communications in the 60 gigahertz band. Native
What?
streaming enables data rates which can reach up to 7 gigabits per second with nearly zero wireless interference. We've also brought VR 6 degrees of freedom to a handheld for the first time.
What?
The 4 cameras on
Wait,
the body,
what?
plus the main
That's
camera,
kind of cool, actually.
Portal
Those were
the
cameras. I thought those were
bring
buttons.
millimeter-level AR experiences
Oh,
to a
shoot.
handheld for the first time. With precise positioning, we can take existing AR game experiences to the next level.
I feel like it kind of
In conclusion,
depends.
We've brought some of the
Teleportation, I
best
think, is
technology
usually a good
from
addition.
reality series
But
to
if it's like a
portal.
multiplayer game or
Display,
something where you're
low
trying to focus
latency,
on
there are
immersion or
industrial
like small
design.
things, I
This
think
is a
teleportation
truly
may not be the best
cross-generational
idea.
device. But it won't just be the unique hardware that makes Portal stand out. The operating system and the interface.
But that's just me
equally
too.
impressive.
I think it kind of
Best
depends
of
on the
Android
game, to be
combined
honest.
With our iconic design language, a hub for your digital life. The operating system has been
Why do I think
specifically
teleportation
designed
could
for
be
handheld
good,
gaming
or why?
devices, so every interaction feels seamless. There's a high level of design consistency throughout the system, and the result is a smooth and uniform experience. This is an operating system built for mobile gamers from the ground
Yeah,
up,
these are all
and
mobile
it allows
games.
Millions of
I-
Android games and even the mini classic console emulators at your fingertips with the world's best
People like
hardware
me, motion
technology.
sickness.
Now, you must be curious
Yeah,
how
teleportation is
Portal works.
definitely better for. pi- Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't like using teleportation. However, one of the perks that teleportation usually has is, you are correct, it's usually better for people who are a little bit more susceptible to motion sickness. Altogether, by the way, I think that this is really cool. But yeah, I think it's a good option to have in if it's possible. However, if you're trying to focus on something like immersion, or if it's possible players might teleport past important things that they need to see, I think locomotion is something you just kind of have to force.
Powerful gaming device. No need for a separate
But
keyboard,
that's just
mouse,
kind of
or
me.
speaker.
I don't like to
Portal
use
itself
teleportation in a
includes
lot of cases,
hardware,
just because
console,
to me
and
it kind of
screen,
ruins the
all
whole
built into an
immersiveness of
easy-to-use
VR.
handheld. Not only that,
That's just kind of the way I see
powerful
things.
ARM-based GPUs
But
in
I'm
the
also
world.
not as
8
susceptible to
gigabytes of
motion
RAM,
sickness as a
compared
lot
to
of people
storage
are.
options from 128 gigabytes to 256.
So that's why I'm
Even
saying
at
I think it
1
kind of
terabyte
depends
of
on
additional
the game
storage
that's
with a
being
micro
developed.
SD card, ensuring any game, big or small, can be played on Portal. Portal speakers also use the advanced DTS audio technology we've developed for our VR headsets. The USB-C port can connect to multiple peripherals for almost unlimited expansion.
This isn't loading on my phone, bro.
Wi-Fi 6E and WiGig provide general wireless connectivity. We also put the largest battery we could find into the Portal. So today we bring you a mainstream VR 3.0 device designed for the mass market. Now, you might recall
Can't
our
play because
Crystal
motion sickness.
where we
Yeah,
showed
that
you
makes
the
sense.
product
There's certain
development
things you
roadmap
can
for
do.
our reality
I understand
series.
that things like,
Remember
I think
how
it's called a
we defined
vignette
our VR
or
3.0
vignette.
devices?
I don't know how it's
Naturalness,
supposed to be pronounced.
self-awareness, and freedom.
But yeah.
I'm happy to tell you that the Portal is also
I understand
VR
that that's
3.0
supposed to help with motion
device.
sickness. Some games will offer you to. I've seen like one or. This is actually kind of an interesting little way to connect them. I don't know that I like that as much. I feel like sliding it in like the Switch does.
The difference is that the VR
I have mixed
3.0
feelings
standard
about
for
this.
Reality series is for VR enthusiasts. We hope that more people take advantage of the opportunity to enter the world of VR through Portal. Take a glimpse at this gorgeous and free virtual world with us. First, let's go over naturalness.
Yeah, it really depends.
Currently, mainstream VR
Um,
is still using LCD
I
screens.
told
We are proud to bring QLED
So
screen
I said something
technology
similar to McGill earlier. I don't know if he's still on the stream or not, but I feel like for a lot of VR games, you can't fully follow the same set of rules for every single one, and I think that it kind of depends on the game. Yeah, Airborne's right in that same sense. It has to make sense for the game itself.
Video broadcasting.
So yeah.
OLEDs only cover about 70% of that range. Our new backlight system uses mini LED technology that can achieve stunning OLED level blacks. The mini LED panels
So-
use some of the same display technology found in the latest high-end products, such as the 12.9.
I have mixed feelings about this using this for a VR headset.
which allows the headset to take full advantage.
It
of
makes
its
me think
high
so
contrast
much of like those
hardware.
phone VR
Those
headsets.
who are familiar with Pimax know a ingrained in Pimax's DNA. Pimax has made breakthroughs, innovations for portable devices that allow us to create wider fields of view on a handheld. We also provide optical solutions allowing for a maximum of a 140-degree diagonal field of view. For many people who enjoy highly pixel-dense displays, it's difficult to balance field of view EPD. Our users don't need to choose. The portal also supports the optical solutions that are standard for VR 3.0.
So this is starting to make a little bit more sense now. The portal is meant to be the handheld, and then you buy other parts that can go onto it to make it like VR capable or like
Secondly, let's look at
things like that.
The Pimax portal features
I like the
inside-out
idea, don't get me wrong.
3D surround
I don't
sound
know
that surrounds the user in a virtual environment.
I don't know that I like the way that's being done, but I like the idea.
Allows the user to fully express themselves where their friends can see eye movements, facial expressions, and even their lips in the metaverse. Now, finally, let's go over freedom. The new Pimax portal offers both wired.
It feels very much like Gear VR. I thought the same exact thing when I saw that.
How you connect. The portal view integrates a new.
I will say though, they allow for you to use the controllers as motion controllers though. So I mean, it does kind of one up like a lot of those kinds of headsets.
Such as the Quest 2.
I'm kind of wondering though, is this going to be tied to like Android VR games though?
Is designed to meet our newest VR 3.0 specifications.
Because I don't have an Android, but I'm imagining there's not a lot of like mobile VR games that you see anymore.
Headsets. This includes the Pimax Crystal and our flagship Pimax 12K QLED. Crystal was the first HMD ever designed to take advantage of Pimax's new interchangeable lens system. This design innovation allowed us to create an amazing headset with market-leading resolution and field of view configurations. We are happy to announce that we brought this same level of innovation to the Pimax portal. We created 2 different lenses specifically for the standard Portal View headset. The first set of lenses provides you with a 100-degree field of view at a crisp 27 ppd, fantastic for VR experiences. The second set features a 60-degree field of view and a stunningly sharp 40 ppd, absolutely perfect for watching high-resolution movies on the go. In addition to these 2 lens options for the standard Portal View, we've also developed a special wide field of view edition of the headset we call the Portal Horizon.
It looks the exact same.
Portal Horizon delivers an astonishing 140-degree field of view that will leave you feeling like you've stepped straight into a virtual world, and you won't have any desire to leave.
Those magnetic connections, how sturdy is that going to be, like holding it in there? Like, are you gonna have to like kind of press them together to keep them together? That's kind of my only concern looking at that. I'm also curious, I saw lights on the back of the headset. It looks like it has like an internal battery that'll charge it or something too. Right there. Oh, it does. Oh. Or did that say just counterweight? Oh, so this can do PCVR. Oh, that's really cool. That's actually really cool. Don't know how it'll actually do, but that's really, really cool. Oh, I think I see the tractors there. That'll work very well until someone actually throws their controller across the room.
Now, let's talk about PC gaming. PCs have long been the king of gaming devices.
Yeah.
Yet we've been playing
Are you
PC
talking
games the same
about
way
like
for
the
decades.
additional
We're
VR
limited by
strap? Is that what you're
physical
talking
space,
about?
and we can only enjoy games on a PC in certain scenarios. The seated posture used when gaming at a desk is extremely unnatural for the human body, and we run into even more issues when we consider that PCs are often designed.
It's
for
interesting.
productivity
It makes me
first.
think
Gaming
of
is
like the Switch
There are some
of
handheld
virtual
consoles on the
reality.
market that can play
That's
PC
what this
games,
entirely looks to me,
but they
because
still
it.
have
The thing
many
I like is
problems
that
such as
it's very
low frame rates,
customizable.
poor
I'm
image
just
quality, and
my
high
concern
power
is how well is this
consumption.
actually going to work
This leads to a short
in
usage
practice.
time, heavy devices, and subpar screens. To us, PC gaming is all about openness and customer choice. So we want to offer as many ways as possible to allow you to customize your experience to your liking. To make your PC gaming setup more flexible, we are introducing a portable solution that allows the Portal Connect to a larger screen and controllers. We think it should be possible to use any screen you want, whether for comfort, usability, or just personal preference. After a lot of consideration, we managed to create the Pimax Portal XL.
Oh, so they already have an extra large version of it. Wait, is that just meant to be? Is the extra large version just supposed to be you slide some additional grips on it?
Featuring a 2560 by 1600 8.8-inch screen. With
I'm
a
sorry, it's hard to
refresh
take
rate
it
of
seriously if that's
120
how the
This
XL is meant to
solution
work.
lets you choose a larger screen that still offers fast refresh rates and a high pixel density. This screen allows you to hold the Portal securely in your hands, and it fits snugly with its form-fitting design. We integrated the WiGig module alongside the expansion screen and combined it with our split rendering technology. This all works together to bring you an uncompromising PC gaming experience. The WiGig streaming
So I
module
wasn't at
helped
the
us
moment
create the
planning
best
to do
streaming networking
a
technology
like a
we could
prevent
and
overlap.
implement them in the new
Um,
Pimax station. Together with the native streaming application,
But
these
that's something
features
that
allow you
I
to stream
can
any
look
game over a
into.
network
I can't
with
promise
all
that I would be able to
computations
do a
on a
tutorial
remote
on that
computer.
though,
This
especially
is
with
another core technology
especially going
Portal
off of
puts
that
to good
original
use,
one.
making games easier to access and
Just because I
perform
don't know
products better
what
battery
might need to
life.
change to prevent
Whether
like
it's on the
overlaps like
couch at
that.
home or in the bed, you can play your favorite AAA games on the Portal. To allow you to bring such a fantastic PC gaming experience with you wherever you go, we developed the Pimax Mini Station.
This
The
is
Mini Station
this is like the
functions as a
weirdest
portable
all-in-one.
off-board
It's
processor and
fascinating, but at
operating
the same
system
time, I
so
don't know
you
that
can
I
keep
really
your
like
PC
it.
right in your pocket. This combination architectural design offers some select performance advantages unique amongst handhelds. By connecting the XR2 to the PC-structured CPU plus GPU through the WiGig, Portal excels in a number of usage scenarios. At home, the WiGig module allows you to stream your favorite games directly from a PC to the Portal. You can use the main Portal body, or you can use the Portal XL around the house and easily stream your games over WiGig. For those of you who don't have a PC but want to have a system capable of being upgraded to the most recent graphics hardware, we offer the Power Station, a pre-configured user-upgradable PC solution. With the support of split rendering, we can achieve twice the frame rate of traditional PC handhelds while keeping the weight of the machine in your hand to a minimum, so you could take your favorite AAA games with you wherever you go without the bulky laptop. We know that many game manufacturers are also strongly recommending cloud games. However, the popularity of cloud-based gaming is currently restricted by three major factors: low picture quality, frame drops, and lag. These all lead to the current cloud gaming experience being less than
I've
perfect.
heard a lot of those are
Portal support
actually not
5G
too
as
big of a
well as
problem for that.
Wi-Fi 6E
I've tried like
split
the
rendering
the
that perfectly
Xbox.
solves these three
I can't remember what it's called, that
problems and brings
Xbox
you a
streaming one.
smooth
That
cloud gaming
works pretty well for
experience.
me.
And by streaming with our mini station,
I mean, I've only
we
done it a
support
handful of
all
times, but
cloud-based gaming platforms on the market, no matter wherever you are or how you want to play.
you could do something like that where if it overlaps with one object, it just kind of falls out. If I was going to do something like that, though, I'd want to try and figure out how to reposition it so that way it's no longer overlapping, not just have it drop out, because I feel like that would be very unintuitive for an inventory system. Maybe that's just a me thing, but to me, that having it just kind of fall out if it overlaps just sounds a bit unintuitive.
Now, let's take a look at our living room.
This is
Many people have a
so
big TV in their living
fascinating.
room. It's where we go to play games, watch movies with family, and relax. Is there any way to play all of our Portal games directly on the TV? Presently, if we want to play mobile games on a big screen like a TV, we need to cast the screen through AirPlay or some similar feature. But this also poses a few large problems. It's counterintuitive because the inputs are all on the phone screen. So if
Yeah, I
you don't
mean,
have
a weight
control,
limit could be
attention
done
is
as
mostly
well.
focused in one place, on your phone. In addition, even if you do have a controller, you'll experience unnecessary input lag. Portal delivers the best operating experience through its innovative magnetic controller design and on-screen mappable buttons. To allow everyone the best gaming experience in the living room, we've even specially designed
I think
a
he's just
dock for Portal.
talking about like having it repositioned, or are you talking like just to keep objects from overlapping in a free inventory setup, right?
So that everyone can play however they want. Our dock takes Portal's scalability to the next level. Portal's docked mode takes advantage of the XR2 processor and the 6 degrees.
I mean, you
freedom
could have it
tracking
change
to bring
colors
absolute
as well.
joy and
That would be an
interactive
option
dynamic
as well.
gaming to everyone. With the incredibly
Yeah, he
powerful
just wants it so
Neuro
that
AI
he was just saying so that way
learning, we
it
can
doesn't,
enable a large
they can't like
variety of use
overlap
cases.
objects within the
Let's
bag
take a
itself.
look at a few of them right now.
Yeah.
These use cases include dynamic gaming, fitness games, big screen mobile games, and multimedia mode. First, let's check out the big screen gaming mode. Think of this as a traditional docking solution. You can connect the dock to your TV and play games on the couch with a wireless controller. It supports local multiplayer with up to 6
But yes, you could
controllers
also have it like
connected
change
simultaneously.
materials or something when it overlaps
Now,
with something
let's
as
take a
well.
look at fitness.
That would
This
be an
one has
option as
been
well.
Really popular with our employees and is particularly popular with me. For various reasons, people today exercise more and more at home, following online tutorials or utilizing ready-made fitness equipment. However, there are many problems with a home training regimen. For many people, it's boring and doesn't provide them with enough motivation. The training methods aren't smart enough, due to a lack of personalized
Are they going to
instructions and
introduce some kind of
uniform
fitness thing now
the
too?
lack of precise directions means that when you're doing your training regimen, it often feels out of touch with the most important element, you. There's also a lack of interesting content to help people get fit. At the same time, we know there are many VR platforms with very popular fitness content, and you'd like to enjoy that content with Portal. Well, you can. With Portal, you can enjoy the most popular fitness content seamlessly in your living room and at its best when you're sweating, without the constraints of a headset. See, at Pimax, we just don't know when to stop adding great features to our new hardware. We have a built-in set-top box mode.
I don't know. I feel like I have to disagree with them on that. I feel like you're putting a little bit too much of something great in one thing.
Allowing Portal to take center stage in your multimedia setup. One device to rule them all. Now, you must be very curious about what the dock looks like. Let's check it out.
Was the MSO height there? Oh. Yeah, it's probably some kind of like Photoshop thing or something like that. It's like a Wii VR headset, Android phone, and computer all in one. It's fascinating. Yeah, that does feel a lot like the Wii, huh? So when they said Portal, my imagination thought, oh, they're going to have like a standalone headset or a standalone console. Then they're also going to have a VR headset that links up to like that same account. Then they'll also have like a computer setup that you can do.
You can take the Portal right out of the dock and leave wherever you go.
You know what it almost makes me think of? It makes me think of they looked at the Switch and thought, how can we take this even further and include everything in existence?
This is also a device that meets all of our requirements for VR 3.0. Of course, we're not only making progress with our hardware, but we also have good news for everyone about our ecosystem.
Hello, Pimaxians. It's a pleasure to meet you all. As you might imagine, we are just as excited as all of you about the amazingly versatile Pimax Portal. Now let's dive in and talk about the Portal ecosystem. This new device is literally a portal that allows gaming enthusiasts everywhere to travel freely between VR games, mobile games, motion sensing games, and much more. Whether you enjoy them alone or at home, or even just looking forward to playing games with your friends, the Pimax Portal is your best choice. When you use the Portal in VR mode, we have a selection of many popular games. This includes sports, fighting, shooting, archery.
Wait, do they have their own
horror,
store as well?
casual, puzzle, and other genres. With the Portal, you can be transported to a new virtual world anytime or anywhere. We are excited to announce that we are also offering a number of top quality action games for the Portal. Whether you are swinging a racket, battling it out on the tennis court, or dancing to the beat to your favorite tunes, you will be amazed at the exciting experiences you can have with the new Pimax Portal. The Pimax Portal is so versatile. It has attracted many content developers, and we are honored to introduce you to some of the best right now, to talk about how they think VR will impact the future.
Hi, I'm Brandon Niegoff, the founder of Click Games. Our publishing studio is focused on the bright future that VR is bringing to users all around the world. We're pushing the medium with our VR games like Dragon Fist VR Kung Fu, where we're incorporating full body tracking, real-world physics, and true-to-life martial arts action. Pimax shares these same goals, and being a partner with them has brought our games to an even wider audience that shares them too. We not only look forward to the future of VR, AR, and XR, but we are proud to be a part of building that future alongside partners like Pimax. Thank you.
Dzień dobry, nazywam się Aleksander. Jestem jednym z założycieli Carbon Studio. Parę lat temu stworzyliśmy Carbona po to, aby dostarczać użytkownikom nowych wrażeń. Wrażeń, które były niedostępne dla użytkowników zwykłych monitorów. Dzięki współpracy z Pimaxem, Carbon Studio możemy zaprezentować Wam nasz flagowy tytuł Warhammer Age of Sigmar Tempest. Jest to gra ze świata Warhammera, gdzie gramy jako potężny wojownik, jeden z...
I think that was supposed to be spelled Tempestfall, and it was a little screwed up in the subtitles.
Age of Sigmar, czyli Sighthuntami. Tak prosto, jak to jest tylko możliwe.
Hi, Pimax fans.
All right, you have a good one, all right?
Virtual Fighting Championship will be among the first lineup in the Pimax new headset. In VFC, you can fight anyone you meet online, or your friend, or your family, over the internet. So, see you in the ring.
We are excited to be bringing our classic Snake game to Pimax. Grow your Slurpee worm as long as possible in Space Slurpees. Play online or with your friends. Space Slurpees is a delight and looks better than ever on these headsets. Here at Starcade Arcade, we are excited to be taking the next step in the VR industry with Pimax.
Thank you so much. In
Th-
portable mode,
thanks for
Pimax Portal supports
the
an
donation.
open Android ecosystem. This robust ecosystem allows you to play
and thanks for the good luck as well.
mobile games, including Genshin Impact, Diablo Immortal, PUBG, and countless others. There are over 400,000 Andrew games currently available and many thousands of new games every month. Portal also provides recommended virtual button mapping between the virtual buttons and the joystick's physical buttons for popular games. You can easily download these with just a single click and start playing instantly. This key mapping feature greatly improves the gaming experience and is only one of many great features you will discover with your new Pimax Portal. In living room mode, you will find a great range of motion sensing games that are both exhilarating and feature a lot of motion. These games are both fun.
Yeah, he was right.
healthy
That footage on the
exercise
TV is
with
not
your
lining
family.
up with what the kid was doing at all.
Last year, our Pioneer Plan development program attracted a wide range of developers from around the world to collaborate with Pimax and allow the launch of this new ecosystem with many great software
I didn't even
titles.
notice that the first time, but I noticed it when
This
they
year, we
showed
have
that clip
continued
right
to
there.
Improve our development kits and are extending those and full support to developers who join the development effort for VR, mobile motion sensing games, and more. We are also excited to assist developers.
Yeah,
who
it
are
was really
providing
disjointed.
quality content, exclusive optimization, VR modes, and various patch or optimization packages.
Our new Pimax store aspires to be the most open and inclusive content ecosystem that content creators and VR enthusiasts everywhere can enjoy.
Yeah, so they do have like their own little store area.
To be attractive for developers around the world to join. We have prepared the first 1,000 Portal development kits to provide to developers free of charge, and we have also fully optimized the approval process. As long as your content achieves Pimax minimum technical approval, it will be released to the global audience.
If you are a developer and wish to contact us, you can do so at the link below, developer@pimax.com. You can also check out our Portal SDK at developer.pimax.com.
Pimax has prepared more than 30 roadshows across Europe, the United States, Japan, Korea, and other regions, and we sincerely invite VR enthusiasts, developers, and friends of Pimax to participate in these exciting events. You can experience our new headsets.
Yeah, most of those are a pretty good drive away from me, I think.
And communicate with us face to face.
They said 1,000 free dev kits. I'm assuming they have some kind of process or something that they have to
incredibly accurate movements
do to make sure you're actually developing for them or something like that, though.
Arrows.
That's pretty cool, though.
And
It's a lot of dev kits, too.
We're also willing to work with hardware accessory developers to support a full ecosystem of attachments. We can provide you with sales channels in the store and even offer your accessories.
Like, they're going all in on this thing.
Hardware bundles. The construction of Pimax ecosystem requires the participation.
I'm still curious
of
about the
not only
price. I'm
developers,
still a
but
little bit
also
concerned
our
about what that's
amazing
going to come to.
Pimaxians. We would like to sincerely thank our 75 users who actively participated in the eco-building process. It was only possible with your support that Pimax Store was able to be officially launched back on September 28th. In appreciation of this, all of you will receive a unique medal for appreciation of your service in the Pimax Store. Let's create a diverse and free Pimax ecosystem together. Thank you. Now back to Joshua.
Now it's time to talk about the price.
Oh, there it is.
Due to the many technologies we've accumulated during the development of the Reality series, we've been able to lower costs for this device to an unprecedented level.
It's probably not going to be under $500. It would be nice, but I don't think it will be.
The new Pimax portal to market.
Holy crap.
$299. Now, let's talk about how we're going to bring the new Pimax portal to market. 5 years ago, we utilized crowdfunding for the very first time. It was with the help of the enthusiastic VR community that we were able to evolve.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to be a lot more expensive than $500.
Housings, the visuals, the software, basically all aspects of our products have received many improvements driven by customer
Yeah, no, you called it. I was way off. I was expecting it was going to be closer to 1,000 if I was honest.
From inside of an echo chamber, tossing around ideas solely amongst ourselves, we want to give our users the ability to participate, to choose. We are laying a foundation for our company culture, a culture that reflects our customers' interests and will run as deep as our DNA.
It does make sense.
The better our ecosystem and products will be. After listening to our user suggestions and feedback, we have decided to follow their will and use the Kickstarter platform to start a global pre-sale for Portal, where we will be able to communicate with our users and respond to their opinions openly and transparently. Some people may ask, why a Kickstarter?
We're taking a page out of Meta's book. Let's sell it for as cheap as possible just to get people on the platform first. Just a good strategy, too. I imagine it's not cheap either.
And its view, the VR kit accessory have passed through the research and development stages successfully. Portal is ready for mass production. However, there are still many aspects we would like to call on users to participate in. Do you want us to offer a 512 gigabyte option? Should we offer multiple color options for Portal's chassis and controllers?
I do like, too, that they're willing to listen to their community as well.
You can provide your feedback on all of these topics and more through our Kickstarter, where we will have someone.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if they're making much, if any, of a profit on these.
Summary, Portal is a high-powered, Android-based, all-in-one gaming device capable of handheld, dock, and VR modes. The screen is a market-leading 4K resolution at 144 Hz, and it is powered by the Qualcomm XR2 processor. It adds valuable functionality such as fitness coaching, multimedia streaming, and deep learning-based technologies. The optional Metaverse Edition includes face, eye, and lip tracking. The Portal View headset accessory and its interchangeable lenses give you the choice of how you experience VR, and the combination of mini station and WiGig module lets you experience high-quality PC gaming.
Did he list the price on the rest of those?
It comes in 100.
I don't know if maybe I just didn't see it.
6 gigabyte storage options with the option.
I think that might have been what was on the right side, and I only managed to see the Portal itself.
We can't wait for you to experience Portal, and at the upcoming road shows, it will be amazing to see everyone get to experience it for the very first time.
Ooh, one more thing.
Though
550 on one of them.
The VR era, there are still many people who miss the simple fun of retro games.
I may have to pull up the website here in a minute because they threw a lot of information in such a short time. I feel like I need to go through their website and look at it in a little more detail.
And we're intrigued by the wide array of capabilities that are built into the Portal. This doesn't just give us a glimpse of the future, but it also reminds us of the good old days and great memories with family and friends. There is something amazing built by our community members that we'd really like to share with you. You can simply plug in your Portal into
actually that's kind of cool.
Instantly bring up an authentic retro arcade experience. From the very first moment developers were able to check out the Portal, they started having new ideas for it and have not stopped ever since. And here at Pimax, we love that enthusiasm. From the ground up, the Portal was designed to be a game console that can be used to develop games. but it also includes an open hardware platform developed by the community, allowing not only software, but the creation of innovative hardware accessories. Both Portal SDKs and HDKs, along with all the specifications, will now be opened up to the broader community. We are all excited to see what you can create with the new Pimax Portal.
Is that thing in the front, like in the middle of the back,
like
meant to be another
personally thank
sensor, or is that meant to be a
every one of you for
camera of
watching
some
our
sort?
presentation. It's only due to the continued support of our users that we can continue innovating at Pimax.
That's what it seems like. It does seem like it. Yeah, I wouldn't be complaining about that either. I think like open source kind of stuff is pretty cool, to be honest.
Until then, keep gaming, Pimaxians.
Pimaxians. All right. I feel like I have to see like their website. Do they have a link for it down here by any chance? Only to the Pimax Frontier. We'll go from there. It is really cool though. Let me see. Do they have it up, or maybe their website's not updated yet? Let's see. We have the Crystal, the 8KX, the Reality 12K, the 5K Super. Yeah, I don't think they've updated their website yet. Let me try looking it up. Pimax Portal. Yeah, they haven't updated their website yet. I mean, that was pretty cool, to be honest. I mean, I will admit, I think I was kind of in the same boat as you, Airborne. It did seem like an awful lot. Oh, why is it not letting me? I was going to see if I could scroll through a little bit. I want to see at the very least the price here. Because I didn't see the price on like the actual headset accessory itself. I think, did I go too far? Oh, there it is. $499, $599. I'm having trouble getting like the right spot there. Did I go too far?
New Pimax Portal to market. Now, let's talk about how we're going to bring the new Pimax Portal.
I was trying to bring up the actual price so I could see it all
5 years
a little
ago,
clearly.
enthusiastic viewers,
I think I went too far.
$299.
There it is. I mean, yeah, it's still a pretty good price all around. It's still not as cheap as like getting a Quest 2 or anything like that, but I mean, it's not much more expensive either. See, this would be like if you want to do like bare minimum, right? You're talking about $450, another $300. Be about what, $750? That's not so bad, to be honest. And even if you just want to do this, they said that this little thing right here can act as a VR. I don't want to call it a headset, like a VR viewer, I guess, because they had shown at the very beginning that you could have it and use that. It'll track the space, and you just see everything in the little view there, the display. God, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm having trouble coming up with right words. See if they updated this yet. The portal view includes the portal itself. Does it include the portal itself? The portal view does? Because my assumption was that this was one thing, and then you'd have to buy, and then this was just like. Actually, no. I guess that would make a little bit more sense, huh? Portal QLED view. Actually, you might be right. Maybe it's just $450 just for the headset. So actually, what's the Quest at? Because I know they've had a couple price raises. Is it at $400 or is it at $500 for the Quest 2? I think it's at $400, right? Like, that's pretty... Yeah, they don't specify which portal. That's true as well. It's 400? I mean, even still, like, that's... Like, this does also do a lot more than what a Quest does as well for just 50 extra bucks. I'm kind of curious as well, though, because Nars does bring up a good point. I'm curious which headset or which portal is supposed to be included with that. Man, they still have not updated their website. Is it under somewhere else? These are accessories. We got a bunch of headsets, the crystal. I would probably assume the 128 gig as well. My assumption is that this portal, given that's the portal QLED view, I'm assuming that one's tied to this QLED 256. Actually, no, because if we're going off of this is only $50 more than this. That might be a 256 gig version. It's true. They might have different trims. I really wish that they would update their website. I'm sure that their website, once they have it updated, has to have more information on this. It has to clear up some of this information, right? Oh, I think they're finally updating it. It's taking me a little longer to load. That's not just my computer, right? My computer didn't drop off. I don't think it did.
Now, let's talk about how...
I'd missed like a small section of this beginning as well. They made it a little confusing at the beginning because it sounded like it was originally just going to be like an Android, like an Android tablet basically originally, is the way that they made it sound. Yeah, it was such a confusing start. Let's see, did they update their website? Could also be just other people who are on their website right now trying to look at it. Let me see. Pimax portal. I know. I it's so much like a Switch. It feels like a Switch on steroids. It really does. I still don't know yet if that's a bad thing or not, too. I don't even know that I would call it a Steam Deck competitor, to be honest. Because from what it seemed to imply, it seemed like if you wanted to do any sort of PC gaming or anything like that, it sounded like you had to have either a PC you could stream from, or you would need to get like, I think they had like their own like spec'd out PC that you could buy from them that would have that you could stream from just automatically. And a lot of the other types of, yeah, it really does feel like a do-it-all device. They did also say that it could do, let me see if I can find it. They did also mention that it could do Xbox, I forgot what that Xbox streaming service is. The Game Pass? No, it's not Game Pass. What, the streaming site? Oh, that's a do-it-all device? That's what kind of concerns me too, because so I never tried like the Gear VR or anything. I've hold on. I've tried with like my iPhone and using like one of those mobile VR viewers, and it works. It just doesn't work well, and it doesn't look great. And I'm not entirely sure. Like, it sounds like they kept that in mind at least. So I don't know how well that's going to work. I'm sure everything else will work just fine. Like, I think this would work just fine as like an Android, like for mobile gaming. I think it might work all right for like PC and like TV gaming, like couch gaming. I think that those might work fine. My biggest concern was I don't know how well the VR side's going to work. Cuz I could see that being a problem if the viewer just isn't right. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that's just a fear I have. I'm also curious too. They said they had 32 buttons on this thing, didn't they? I sat there trying to count out 32. See how many buttons most controllers have. Hold on.
Fingers.
I think it was right here.
In order to bring you the best handheld experience, we've designed Portal with 32 physical buttons.
32. Hold on. How many do we see here on the front? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm trying to figure out where are they getting 32 from? Did I miscount? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm coming up with 22. Where are they getting 32 from? Dude, their website's not updating. How? It's taking them too long to update this. They could be meaning joysticks. Hold on, let's do a quick count with joysticks. 1, 2. I'll come back to joysticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I mean, if you counted like left, right, up, down on every button, I could see that being 32. Because that's 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Do you really consider joysticks to be buttons if you're pushing them around? I could see the argument if you press down on the joystick. I don't see the argument for like up, down, left, right though. Unless they're including like the power button and volume buttons. Yeah, I don't know. I think you may be right. I think they're counting the joysticks. I don't know that I would say that joysticks are buttons though. Cause I didn't see any buttons on the back. Hold on, let me see if we can find like a shot of the back. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, there's no buttons on the back. We have a bunch of sensors, and then this looks like either a sensor or a camera. So yeah, I think you're right. I think they're counting the joysticks. I don't know why they would if that's the case. I would not consider the joysticks to be buttons, except for maybe pushing in on the buttons. That's the only argument I could see being made for making the joysticks buttons. I mean, even if you don't include that, though, I think that's still more buttons than you see on most controllers. Hold on. I need to grab a controller real quick. Hold on. Because I think in all fairness, I think that's still... I have like a little 8-bit dough one just sitting over there on my desk. So I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... Hold on. I'm not going to count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Did I count those ones? 17, 18, 20. Yeah, I mean, even still, that's more buttons than you find on most controllers. Because, I mean, if you don't count, this one has like these little inside grips, which I don't really use. And usually these are remapped to other stuff. Yeah, I mean, even still, that's more buttons. They didn't have to go so far as to say it's 32. Like, you're still talking, if you don't count the joystick still. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Like, even if you don't count the joysticks, you're still talking they have like 4 to 6 more buttons than most controllers do. I don't know. I still don't think that they should have considered. I think you're right. I think they're considering the joysticks to be buttons. I feel like that's a unnecessary over exaggeration. You're right. Big numbers equal good sale. Big number, small price equal good sale. I will say too, I don't know how much I like this little black design here. I feel like I just had to point that out there. I'm sure it doesn't impact like how it would feel or anything like that. I just feel like that's a bit of a weird design to have like a weird black circle there. I just had to throw that out there. I'm a little curious too. It looks like these are meant to be like LEDs as well. I wonder if you can mess around with those. That would be kind of cool too.
No compliant device.
Oh, the controllers? Oh yeah, almost certainly. Almost certainly. I'm sure that someone's going to figure out a different way to do it. Oh wait. There's buttons on the inside there. This is a legitimate Switch. There's buttons right there, look. SR, SL. This is a legitimate Switch. Hold on, does that mean that they're still counting the joystick buttons, or are there other buttons on the inside? Because I'm trying to think. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, still counting the joysticks. If you didn't count like the left, right, up, and down, I think I'm only counting 28 still. The only other thing I could think of is maybe a power button, volume button, and a sync button for controllers. Those are like the last 4 I could think of. Because I don't think we saw the top and the bottom of the device. I think we only saw the front and we saw the back. I can't believe I didn't think about that too, because these detach. This is the other thing too. I'm wondering how well this magnetic thing will work. Like how thoroughly that's going to hold together like that. Because it just kind of goes in and out. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, even if you count the joysticks, that's still 28. Yeah, this is where it started feeling like a Gear VR or something like that. See, I'm confused too. I was assuming that spot on the bottom on the back center was meant to be like another sensor, but then why would they cover it up? Yeah, it must be a camera.
Difference.
I'm trying to figure out though, like how often. I guess you're right. It is a tablet. So I was about to make the argument. How often do you think you're gonna need a camera? Oh, I think they're finally updating their website. That button changed right there in the center. Now it's saying view playback. They still don't have it on their website though. Do they have it on like some other website? You just can't pull it up there yet? And tracking module. KX, eye tracking. Yeah, I don't see it on as like a separate website either.
Pimax Portal.
I'm hoping that this would be good too. Does Pimax usually do inside-out tracking headsets? I think they're usually outside in, aren't they? Because my only possible concern with this, aside from how it's going to look, is sometimes inside-out tracking doesn't work very well on some devices. Cosmos. But yeah. So I'm hoping that it's good, especially on just like a little Android tablet like that. Although I guess the Quest is also running on Android hardware as well, so I guess I can't. I guess it's possible it would still work pretty well. Yeah, so part of the reason I still like my Index is because it's outside in tracked. The Quest, like I have a Quest that does inside out tracking and it's not bad or anything, but you know, I don't like if I have to like stick my hand like down like on my side or something, sometimes it'll lose tracking just for a brief period of time. I don't usually like using inside out track devices just because outside in is usually so much more reliable. I will say though that the what was it, the MetaQuest Pro, that caught my attention because now everything is tracking itself. I think that's going to be like the solution to that problem. I'm also a little curious too, because oh, you know, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. So I used to use a Quest 1, and part of the reason I got that one was for the same reason. I didn't have enough room to do outside in tracking if I wanted to. I was also fairly new at the time, so I don't think I had a lot of experience with outside in tracked headsets at the time either. But yeah, I could definitely see the yeah, if you don't have enough space, yeah, you definitely, I could see that. They made so many errors with their spelling here. Did nobody go through and check this video? Because they've misspelled vertical FOV here. And at another point, I saw they misspelled another word too.
Fantastic for VR experiences. The second set features a 60-degree field of view for watching standard Portal view.
I'm trying to
develop.
They probably did speedrun the editing. They were like, probably, let's get this out as quickly as possible.
A special wide field of
I want to see real quick, too.
Headset,
these look the exact same to me.
Also developed a special wide field of view.
Hold on. Can I go, like, real slow-mo on this? Like, these look the exact same to me. I'm trying to figure out. The change has to be in the headset, something that we can't see. Hold on. Yeah, those are the exact same thing. I'm trying to figure out how they're changing the FOV. It has to be like something with the lenses or something, right? I think this is also their face tracking version as well. Because those look the exact same to me. Yeah, that's the exact same thing. It's got to be something that's not as obvious on the headset, like something internally or something, is what I'm imagining to get that. Because this is supposed to change FOV and stuff like that. Could be volume and power buttons on the top. Buttons on the edge of the touchscreen. Well, I'm assuming there has to be like a power button somewhere along the top, right? And I'm assuming you're right. I'm assuming there has to be like some kind of volume button. The only other button I could possibly think of on this machine is a sync button for syncing controllers. I think we've already proven though that they might not be counting legitimate buttons though. I think they were honestly just like just count every single thing. Count all these pins as buttons, okay? These are clearly what's transmitting the signal across for each of the buttons, okay? Make sure you count each of these pins as buttons, okay? Add on another 12 for each controller, all right? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, quite frankly, I don't think it matters. To be completely honest too, like most of those buttons don't look like they'd be very comfortable to reach all the time as well. And I don't think I know any, at least mobile game, that requires that many buttons. Like even on the touchscreen itself. And then it kind of flips upside down for this too. Yeah, yeah, no, it really shouldn't count. I'm a little curious about this too, because this is like some weird upside down configuration here. I don't think I've ever seen a controller. Oh wait, no, hold on, maybe I'm seeing that upside down, because that's 2 buttons. No, there are 6 buttons, and then the thumbstick. This is the other thing too. Why would you need? I don't think I've seen any VR game that requires 6 buttons. You usually have the trigger, the grip. Then you'd have like some variation of like an AB or an XY or an AB on each hand. Thumbstick. And then some controllers have like touchscreens on them, and that's about it. Or not touchscreens, but like touch pads, I guess. I'd be a little curious as to how that feels as well. Like they took inspiration from so many different like headsets and games and stuff. Why did it just? Oh, it kicked me out because the stream's over. Have they updated their website yet? No, they still have not. Yeah, I don't think they're updating the website to include the Pimax portal anytime soon. Which is really disappointing. I wanted to look at it a little bit more closely. Is it possible it's like on their business page? That's a bit disappointing. Yeah, I guess I just kind of have to assume that they're not updating their website to include the portal. At least not right now. I say that right now, and then I'm probably going to end this stream, and then they're finally going to update that page. I was also a little confused by this too. This Pro version looked like it was basically you took the standard version and you put it into a larger screen. Was that just me, or is that actually how this Pro version is working? Yeah, I think that's actually how it's working. So you buy the original version, and then you can get a Pro version where you just take your original version and slide it into the... That is how it works. Because look, that's what they're doing, right? I'm not misunderstanding this, right? You take the original version, you put it into the Pro version, and then that's just where it lives for the rest of its life. And then you also have like various wireless adapters that you can throw on top of it to fill out the rest of the space. I mean, I won't say it's not an interesting idea because it really is. But I mean, also at this point, why do the controllers have to pop off as well? The controllers could easily just stay in there. $2560 by 1600, 8.8 inch screen. Yeah, if you're because modular. Dude, this thing is like the ultimate modular machine here. Like, you know what I think happened that brought about the creation of this thing? I think this is what they did. They took a Switch, they set it down the table, and they said, okay, this, modular, go. I think that's exactly what happened to this. Make this, but make it PC. I think that's exactly what happened here. Yeah, I think I missed this. I didn't see this YGig streaming module. I don't know if I was answering someone in chat or something at this time. I'm also curious, have they mentioned what the difference is between like the YGig and like the regular Wi-Fi? Because the fact that it says YGig to me just kind of makes me think it's something that's capable of maintaining gigabit like wireless speeds. Because YGig, oh, didn't mean to do that. But at the same time, I feel like that's something, especially if you're interested in this kind of device, I feel like you may already kind of have access to gigabit internet. I don't know. I mean, I don't. I guess. Maybe I just disproved my point there. Never mind. I guess I just answered my own question because I don't even have access to gigabit internet speed. Oh, man. Yeah, dude, they're really not updating their website. I was really hoping to have a closer look at this, and it's just not showing up at all. I'll give it like another 5 minutes to see if they update their website. If they don't update in like the next 5 minutes, I'm assuming that it's just not going on the website anytime soon. The Pimax mini station. This was the other thing that kind of confused me. Is this supposed to be like a portable PC? It looks like it's just supposed to be like an additional processor. All right, Airborne, you have a good one, all right? Yeah, it's like these things communicate together here. And then, of course, they have the power station. I think I need to unmute this so I can actually see what's going on. Yeah, I feel like I'm harping on this a little bit more than I should because, like, there's no doubt, like, this is a really interesting headset.
While keeping the weight of
but at the same time, it feels like it feels like the very definition of over-engineering your device.
So you could take your favorite AAA games with you.
Let me turn down the volume at least. Did I somehow go? Oh no, they played it a couple times, didn't they? Never mind. I thought I somehow went back. Yeah, and then they have, oh no, it's not all cellular stuff. You can also put a battery pack up there. That's interesting. So you have a 5G cellular link, 60 gigahertz mmWave air link, and then a 5,000 milliamp battery pack. Now, see, this was the other thing that confused me too, is they showed the Steam interface here. I think this is meant to be like you stream from your device and then you get the Steam interface.
In addition, even if you do have a controller, you'll experience unnecessary input lag. Portal delivers the best operating experience through its innovative...
I do like how you can just kind of snap the controllers together and then it's all of a sudden a Joy-Con a Joy-Con pairing. I don't think I saw this dock very clearly either. Let me see this. Okay, so the back faces the open room so it can still track everything.
So that everyone can play however they want. Our dock takes advantage of the scalability to the next level. Portal's dock mode to bring powerful cases, dynamic gaming, fitness games, big screen mobile games, and multimedia mode. First, let's check out the big screen.
Oh, I was gonna try and see what kind of ports we had on the back there. It's kind of blocking it though. It looks like an HDMI. That looks like it must be powered. It almost looks like it's shaped like a Type C to me. And then Ethernet there.
Let's check out the big screen gaming mode. Think of this as a traditional docking solution. You can connect there with up to 6 controllers connected simultaneously. Now, let's take a look at fitness. This one's been really popular with fitness. Smart enough.
Yeah, I mean the fitness stuff is cool. I don't know that I'm as interested in that kind of stuff. It's just kind of a interesting little addition.
Very popular adding great features to our new hardware. Switch to your favorite streaming platforms with just a single click.
Oh, and it looks like it also has like a different interface from its in dock mode as well. Interesting. Okay, let me check the website one more time. If the website hasn't updated, yeah, I'm assuming that they're just not updating it right now, or it's just taking them a little while. Let me see here. Check around here one more time. Yeah. No, I think they just haven't updated it or it's taking them a while or something like that. Because this is updated. I think they have updated their website. I think it's either taking them a while or they're just not updating it just yet. Just kind of unfortunate. I would have liked to see it a little bit more clearly. But yeah, I think this was overall pretty cool. It's an interesting device. I'll give them that. I don't know if it's something that I would want to use. But it's an interesting device. I think it's interesting what they're doing here. I don't know that I could say much more than that because it's really just it's a very like weird all around thing. I feel like I feel like a lot of people who would end up getting this probably is not going to end up using it for everything it has to offer. I feel like a lot of people would probably end up using it solely for like portable gaming, PC gaming, or VR gaming, or like maybe they use it for like 2 things and that's about it. I don't know that's something that a lot of people are going to use for like everything it has to offer, but maybe that's not such a bad thing. Maybe it ends up being very good for like VR content or it becomes very good for gaming on your couch or something like that. Because I could see this being used very well as like an NVIDIA Shield or Apple TV replacement or something like that. So, I mean, if you really wanted to, I feel like it'd be a little bit overpowered for something like that, but you could. So yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave the stream here since that was the Pimax Frontier event. Like I said, very interesting. I'll probably keep an eye out for that and see when the portal starts going on sale and things like that too. I'm sure it'll be very, very interesting to see. I'm going to be I got a little tongue-tied there. I'm planning on streaming this Friday. There may be something that comes up that prevents me. We'll see. But I'm planning on streaming this Friday. I'm going to be trying. This one's going to be really interesting because I'm going to be trying to build a VR game in 8 hours. I have a plan for that, and I'm going to be streaming that. I think it will be interesting, but we'll see how well it goes because I haven't tried this before. So I wanted to do this as a little experiment. So I'll be live streaming that, assuming assuming that nothing comes up and I'm still able to do that on Friday. Otherwise, I'll probably be doing that next week. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you guys are. So yeah. And thank you guys for joining me with the Pimax Frontier event as well. So I hope you guys all have like I said, good rest of day, evening, whatever it is that you guys have. So, all right, have a good one.